The world today holds nearly 13,000 nuclear warheads, enough to end civilization as we know it. A nuclear war would not just destroy cities, it would darken skies, collapse systems, and starve the planet. While no one wants to imagine a nuclear apocalypse, one question quietly lingers. Where would humanity survive? Since the start of the Russo-Ukrainian War in 2022 and rising global tensions, the unthinkable has become thinkable. What would a nuclear conflict mean for humanity and for Earth itself? The consequences. The first deaths would come instantly. Fireballs, shock waves, cities erased. Then radiation. And after that, something even deadlier: hunger. Technology would collapse, communication would fail, supply chains would vanish. Even in places untouched by blasts, cooperation would become nearly impossible. The foundation of survival would falter. According to a study by Rutgers University, more than 5 billion people, nearly 63% of the global population, would die of famine after a full-scale nuclear war. In major nuclear powers, China, France, Russia, the United Kingdom, the United States, food production would drop by 97%. Civilization would not fall overnight. It would starve. But not everyone would die. Even in the worst scenario, there would be survivors, scattered, isolated, resilient. And survival would depend not on weapons, but on geography. A study published in the journal Risk Analysis asked a simple question: which countries could still feed their people after an abrupt sunlight-reducing catastrophe? The researchers compared 38 island nations across 13 critical factors: food production, energy independence, manufacturing, climate resilience, and a surprising list emerged. The safest countries. At the lower end of survivability, but still standing, Indonesia, the Philippines, Mauritius. These island nations could produce enough food to sustain their populations. Their diverse archipelagos mean some islands could remain self-sufficient. Regional trade, especially between Indonesia and the Philippines, might continue. But there is risk. Histories of corruption and social instability could weaken long-term resilience. In Oceania, small island nations like the Solomon Islands and Vanuatu stand a strong chance of survival. Tropical climates, abundant local food. These islands could endure, but rebuilding would be difficult. They lack advanced manufacturing and a strong knowledge economy. Survival, yes. Recovery, uncertain. The only Northern Hemisphere nation to make the list. Iceland's greatest strength is isolation. Remote, geographically distant from major nuclear targets. But that distance comes at a cost. A small economy, dependence on imports, vulnerable infrastructure. Still, if parts of North America or Europe survive, Iceland may reconnect. New Zealand ranks near the top, far from nuclear targets, officially nuclear-free. Its oceans regulate temperature, protecting it from extreme cold during prolonged darkness, and its food system is remarkably efficient. Even with a 61% drop in crops, New Zealand could still feed its population. For decades, there's been a saying, Australia can survive anything. This time, the data agrees. Australia tops the list, a massive agricultural powerhouse with a food surplus large enough to feed tens of millions more. Strong infrastructure, energy independence, high health security, a formidable defense budget. But there is one risk. Australia's close military ties to the United States and the United Kingdom could make it a nuclear target. The final truth: no place is truly safe from nuclear war, but some places stand a better chance of enduring the darkness. Not because of weapons, not because of power, but because they can still grow food when the sun grows dim. In the end, survival wouldn't belong to the strongest nations, but to the most resilient ones.